Hello, this is ResilanBearcat, and welcome to our Apollo Let's Play series of Dyson Sphere Program. So today we are going to be getting ready for something that I do periodically in my games. We've got a mess here. We've actually kind of finished red and blue science. If you can see here, we're finishing up the last couple of items, and if we look at our research tree, there's not much else we can do with red and blue science. We'll enqueue the last few things we can do that just take red and blue, and there's not very many of them. We've got planetary logistics at this point, and that's one of the things that we want to start working toward and kind of doing. If we look at our upgrades over here, we don't have very many upgrades that we can do. In fact, I'm not sure we have any that we can do with just red and blue. They all, at this point, lots of things that require yellow, but nothing red and blue, and that's kind of to be expected. That's where we expect to be right now. And so what we want to do is we want to do our next, in order to get ready for the next set, I want to clean some things up. This is just a mess. I've over time I've built things and it's been kind of a mess. So what we're going to do right now is this episode is going to be all about getting ready to delete everything you see, and we're going to rebuild it. We're going to rebuild it with blueprints that I have created in the sandbox. I went into the sandbox and I've created a mall blueprint. I have created blueprints to create gears, magnets, and just everything that we need, and we're going to just redo this whole thing. And so we're going to clean the world off, delete everything, and kind of start clean. And that'll be, so this episode, like I say, is all about getting ready for that. We have about 66 power, so in order to do that, one of the things that we need is we need plenty of power stations. We need wind power, wind turbines, we need, and we need a lot of them. So what I want to do is I want to increase the amount of these. I want to increase that to 6 stacks of wind turbines that I'm actually going to create. And then we need to also go to our other world and make sure that we're creating a whole bunch of components for solar panels, because those are being created on the other planet that we're doing. Now, is it on Apollo 4? I don't think it is on Apollo 4. I think it's actually here on Apollo 1. I'm not sure of that, though. Let's go check Apollo. We'll go check that one out first. So, here we go. Let's see, it is through the planet, of course it is. We'll escape the planet. There we go. We'll hit our space bar and accelerate. Now that blue giant's going to pull us in somewhat, or try to, but it won't be successful. So let's go land on this planet and just see what we've got here. Oh, we've got a bunch of stuff. Alright. And we come in landing in here very just hard. Alright. Not much is running here. That's probably because everything is full. This is where I am producing my circuit boards, and that's fine. We're going to leave the circuit boards producing, but we are going to increase these solar panels. In fact, I'm going to increase that to 8 stacks of solar panels. And I may do more than that, honestly. Let's look at something. So some of the blueprints that I've created, this is my power blueprints I've created. And if I look at my 3 rings power blueprint, I need 520 of those for a single planet. Now, I'm probably not going to be redoing this. I've got Tech 2 for Liberator. Okay, very good. So let's think about that. If I need 500 of these, that's 50 per stack. That's 10 stacks more than 10 stacks I need. So let's actually take this to 20 stacks. We may reduce that after a while, but right now we want to create 20 of those. And then we've got a whole bunch of processors. Now, the processors are something that I'm going to need in order to make the planetary logistics. And I do have the ability to create planetary logistics. So I want to create a few planetary logistics as part of what I'm doing. And so part of that is get the particle containers together and get the titanium together that I need to be able to do that. So I'm going to grab some of these I'm going to take back... We're going to take back 600 of these. We'll let that fill back up. So that'll get the production on this planet running again. I really don't need the silicon. I've got a buffer there of the silicon, so we're good on that. And let's see, we've got a little bit of that in here. We don't need that. Let me see about my mech core. Oh, I have nothing in the fuel chamber. But that's actually good. Now, I do have some coal that I could burn. Let's go ahead and burn the coal, just to get rid of it. And we'll burn the graphite too. Let's just get rid of everything that we've got in here that we don't need. Can I burn that? Nope, that's not fuel. Stone won't burn. Okay. I can burn the hydrogen though. Let's start cleaning out my inventory. I've also got some sulfuric acid on me. Interesting. Now, what does it take to build... The Tech 2 things requires... Now, the interesting thing is it requires diamonds, I think. So the Tech 2 proliferator spray does require diamonds, and diamonds just takes the energized graphite. So I could turn the energized graphite into... all of that's coming out here, and now feeding that over here. That's just coal feeding out there. So if I take that and then produce the diamonds... Let's see if I can produce diamonds and make that Tech 2 proliferator while we're here. We might as well. So let's see. Since we have the diamond, since we have this coming around here, I'm just going to bring it on down around here. Bring it back down into here. And then I don't believe I'm going to need a whole lot of them at this point in time. So I will need... honestly, I think I'll do that right there. I don't really think I need anything. Just stick that back out of there. Take that back out. Okay. Now then, the diamonds. The diamonds require... It takes 1 and it takes 2 seconds to make it, so I need double the number of those. So if I've got 3 of those, I need 6 of the ones to make diamonds to turn all of it into diamonds. Honestly, at the rate that I'm using it, I probably can just use the 3 and I'll be fine. So what we will do here is we will just pick all this stuff up right here. Okay, there we go. And what I want to do here is grab that right there, grab that right there, grab that right there, bring that out, bring that out, bring that out, and we will copy and paste the blueprint right there. And then since we have that coming there, I can... We're really not worried about efficiency here. We're just going to put that in there. We'll bring that right down through there. Like that. We'll take this right here, and we'll take the Tech 2 right there. Alright. And we are going to take that in there, take that in there. We are going to cut the line right there. Put that right in there, and then bring that out right there. That's going to be Tech 2 proliferator. Look at that. Now there's the EM cells. Now I'm building the ray receivers. And of course, it won't. These things need some more power over here. Let's stick a power pole right there. Alright, that is spitting out 20. Yeah, it's spitting out more than enough for the Tech 2. So that's going to be a Tech 2. That's going to make it take more power. Now let me make sure that my power meter is good. Yeah, we're only doing 7 out of 23. We're good on power. So that'll make the iron go even further once it gets in there. So the Tech 2 will work its way down there. It'll spray the iron. Can you see the... I wonder if you can see here. Yeah, you can. You can see... I guess you can see that it's been sprayed. It's got a thing on it used to smelt ore. It's got a proliferator effect for the extra items. And what I have limited iron. So what I am doing here is when I bring this iron down into here, I am actually using this to produce extra products. That I'm using that to speed up my, or to extend the life of my iron. Since I've got a limited supply of iron veins on this planet, I want to use the Tech 2 now that I have it. I want to use this Tech 2 to extend that life. And that's what we're doing. That's simple, but effective. And it will eventually work its way down there, and we'll be doing Tech 2 instead of Tech 1. Okay, now with that in place, I don't really need to... I probably could be using this to spray these other items over here. It probably wouldn't hurt anything. I probably have more than enough of it. But we also have a lot of silicon, so I'm not really worried about that. We'll let this go right now. And now, within the component, let's see how we're doing over here on our... We're going to need 520 of these. Alright, it's making those, so we'll let that churn. We're going to take some of these back. Now, do I have any... I see silicon here, but do I have any titanium here? I've got iron, I've got copper. I do not see any titanium. And I don't know if I just don't have any titanium. Well, nope, there is no titanium on this planet, so I need to go to the other planet if I'm going to grab some titanium. Let's see. Do I need anything? Well, before I go, let's check this. Alright, we've got these being built. Those require circuits, and those require thrusters. Thrusters are requiring steel and copper, so no, we're good on that. And if we come over here, because I want to build a few of these manually. The particle beams, so we just need we need a good bit of titanium. And let's go get the titanium. So what we'll do is we'll go out to the... Huh, there's a Dyson Sphere. Turn on the Dyson Sphere editor. Interesting. We've got that now. So now that we've done this, we can come out here. We've got Apollo 3, which is what we're on, was our base and our home planet. We're on Apollo 4, so let's now go to Apollo 1. And of course it's through the planet again. It's always through the planet. Right through the gas giant. So we'll go around the gas giant. We will expend some of our energy. And there's Apollo 1. And we're slowing down because of the gas giant. Alright, we've escaped the gas giant, it seems like. We're good. Alright, very good. So now we just set sail. Let's look at our mech core. We're right now burning energized graphite. We've got some coal in here. And then we've got, once we get through with that, we're going to be converting over to the hydrogen fuel. And you can't burn sulfuric acid. Good to know. But of course we have more of the energized graphite, so we will get more of the energized graphite in there. Alright, here we go to Apollo 1. This is where our titanium is. And we're just going to crater this. Oh, there we go. I don't bother with trying to do smooth landings. I would miss it every time. Let's see, where is my titanium stuff? It's way over there. Alright, where am I at in relation to that? Looks like it's this direction. Yep, okay. Here we go. Just making sure I know where I'm at. This is burning energy very quickly. It's okay. Only thing here is a titanium mine. Now what we will do is, while we're standing here, we'll throw a couple of these and we'll just stand here between these things and let our power... Look how fast our power's going up. So these things are building our power back up. We have a whole bunch of titanium, so we're going to grab a few hundred units of that. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, we can only put 2 stacks of those. We're limited to 2 stacks, but we do have a whole bunch of them, so that's good. And I will grab a little bit more titanium. We're going to need a lot of titanium. We needed a lot of these as well, but the plan is to grab some of these. I believe we've got these producing. So we need logistics drones, and we're going to need a lot of them. And then I want to build I would like to be able to build. I'd like to build 8 of those, but I would do with 6 if I could build 6. 8 of them would require 320. I've got plenty of titanium on me to do that, and that will allow me to clean up the planet and actually start organizing things a little bit better. We'll build things that are building in certain areas, and it's shipping that to other areas, and that will be, we're using the planetary logistics. So 6 would be a minimum of what I need to produce. I would like to produce 8. And with that, then 6, let's see, 6 is 240. I've got plenty to build 8. Okay, with that in place, we can pick those things back up, and we can head back to our main planet. So what we do here is go back out here, zoom out a little bit, and we want to go back to Apollo 3, the inner planet, or the inner moon. Hey, for once I don't have to go through the planet. Nice. Alright. We are off. Headed toward Apollo 2. Well, I said I didn't have to go through the planet I was on, but it looks like I gotta go through the gas giant. So we'll speed up here as much as we can. Distances aren't very far in this system. So there's some bad things about this system. Number 1, we don't have a lot of iron. Number 2, we don't have a lot of planets. We don't have a lava planet, so we're kind of constrained on what we can do to some extent. But what we are not constrained on is we don't have very far that we have to travel. So that's the reduced time in travel is kind of nice. We only have 2 moons and and a planet. But this gas giant here, this blue gas giant, will be nice when we get to the point we can harvest it. It's got fire ice on it. That'll be great when we get to that point. But we're not there yet. And as you know, we've got a long way to go before we're going to be there. Alright, the gas giant captures us a little bit, but we're good. And oh, look at that. Our location is just about perfect. Okay, with that being the case, let's go over here. Let's go see what we've got. We've got cubes building up. We've got that's going to pretty much back up and everything going in here. So let's see if I can start. Now there is one other thing that I want to make sure that I have, and I don't see that I'm building one of the items that we need. I want to build a set of the larger storage facilities. I've got Tech 1 storage facilities, but I do not see Tech 2 storage facilities. So what we're going to do is go over here and build some of that. There is the ray receiver, and that finishes up the research that we can do at the current time. Now we are going to increase these up to stacks up to 10. That's part of what we need as well. We got steel coming right there. This is where I've got titanium, and I'm building fuel rods. I've got quite a few fuel rods built. That's actually, in fact, I've built all the fuel rods it's going to, and so it is now just accumulating some of the items there. We have a facility here with graphene, and it's just storing graphene. Very good. Alright, so with that in mind, do I have a facility that is building? Yeah, I do not. So that's the next thing that we have to do. we're going to need these things right here. It'll require the green electromagnetic gears, it'll require copper bars and graphene. So I have the graphene, I have copper bars, but I've got to get those in place along with the green gears. And I am producing green gears, but I certainly don't have an abundance of them. So let's see what we can do here. This is the copper bars. There's green gears right there. And I need to get green gears. I need to get copper bars and green gears over there to where my other components are. So let's take some of these copper bars that are right here. Those are copper bars, right? Yes. I need to put a splitter in here. Split this out and let this go across to the other side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut a hole right here. Alright, there we go. And let's see, that won't do it. That will do it right there. Rotate it around this way. I'm going to have to move it out a little bit. I don't like the fact that it won't fit right here. This should fit right here. It shouldn't collide with another one. The fact that it's too close for you to use the belts, that to me that's an error. That's a problem with the design. They should fix that. I shouldn't have to do stuff like this right here in order to make this work. But it does require me to do things like that, and I'm not real happy about it. That's what I have to do. Okay, oops, I should have been over one more. I'm about to tear it all down in a few minutes anyway. We will just let it go. Right on through. Let's see here. Okay. So my graphene is over here. Now, I did not tell you to join that. In fact, I didn't tell you to even... I don't remember telling you to go down. That was not what I wanted. I wanted this to stay up in the air. Let's bring it back across and make sure that it's still up in the air. There we go. Alright, there we go. I'll bring this across here. And we will bring it to right here, and then bring it down under the ground and bring it right over there like that. Okay, and with that, that is a weird janky, a little bit of weird jankiness, but okay. That's we will live with that. Now then, let's see. We'll put that in there. We'll let that burn. Okay, with that over here now, let's see. What else do I need for these items? I need green motors. Now, I'm just going to have to fly green motors and request them and bring them over here. So what I will do is I will... all of this is going to be temporary. Well, let's see. What's the blueprint ratios? 2, 2, and 2. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Don't think it does. So what we'll do is we'll take this right down through here. We're going to take that right down through there. We are going to place a constructor there and a constructor there. I am going to grab this right here and fill in 2 spots right there. And then I am going to take a belt down through here. So that date right there. In fact, I am going to put this here and then this here. I said all of this is temporary. We are literally just making do with some of the things that we want to get out of here. So what we'll do right here, this will be producing particle containers. And that is going to require this, 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 this. It needs to come from here and from here. No, that is not right. That is backwards. I'll be taking from here and from here. This is going to require, I'm going to try to build 2 stacks of these right now. And then we will, let's see, needs power. Throw a power rod right there. And then I want a storage facility right here. I'm gonna move that storage facility. We'll put the storage facility right there. That there, that goes into there, that goes into there, that goes into there. This right here, I just want 1 stack. Then we want drones on top of it. We'll put the drones right there. And what we will do is put these things in here. We want green motors. And we want a request from other distributors. So we are asking for green motors now in here. And I'm going to go ahead and stick 31 of them in there. And we will put another thing right there. That'll get everything powered up. And there go green motors running down the line. And it's not producing any, none too fast. Okay, they're flowing through now. And I have particle containers being produced. Particle containers are going to be necessary to build these right here. Now if I want to build 8 of them, I need 160 particle containers. So we'll get 160 of those. And then, like I said, we are going to be very soon, probably in the next episode, I think, tearing this place down. So I've got everything done. I just need the solar panels. I need the wind turbines that I'm going to do. And I'm going to need, the other thing that I need is the Tech 2 storage. Now we're just going to manually build some Tech 2 storage containers. So if we come over here, I can grab some steel. I'll grab a couple of stacks of steel. And we can come here and I'll grab a stack and a half of stone. And then I will come here. And these right here, we'll go ahead, we can produce 28 of those. We'll go ahead and produce 20 of those right here in Icarus. And what that's going to do is we're going to use those to store all of this stuff that we have here. We're gonna build a big farm of those things stacked up just so that we can tear everything down and without wasting all the resources. We will use the resources when the time comes. We're just not going to use it right away. Alright, we'll stick the liquid in there. I've got some proliferator fluid that needs to go somewhere. So I can start emptying my bags out. And when I do mean I'm tearing things down, I do mean we will tear everything down and literally rebuild. And then we will probably build a dedicated line for our science. We got drones going back and forth. We'll be able to build the green items and then put them in a planetary logistics system and then bring them over here to where we want to, so we won't have to chain the system anymore like what we have right now. The drones are chained to avoid running a belt for 10 miles. We'll get all of this done. We will get stacks of the, I believe we can stack the science up at least 1 more, maybe even 2 more. We'll get that running again. And then we're going to have to build yellow cubes. That'll be one of the very next things that comes up. Let me see if we've got that research done. If we don't, we need to. Let's see. There is the... There's the structure matrix. Yes, we can build yellow cubes. So let's see, while we're looking at this, what it takes to build a yellow cube. That's going to require diamonds, which are easy to come by. And then it's going to require titanium crystals, and the titanium crystals are not going to be so easy to come by. That's going to require plastic, refined fuel, and water in order to make those. So we will have to do that, or an organic crystal vein, which I do not believe I have. That's a rare vein, and if I look here, I don't see any organic crystal veins. That would be a nice item to have on your starting planet. But I don't see any of that. So we're going to redo this planet. And in a large part, we're going to redo the whole thing. Tear it down. Rebuild the whole thing. Clean it up. Make it neater. More organized. And get rid of some of the spaghetti that has begun to occur. And then, of course, we'll start our run through the yellow sites. And we'll just recreate some more spaghetti. So this probably won't be the last time we tear things down. We'll be back when we're ready to tear things down. I want to thank you for watching. Take care. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available, and check out the link shown here for more gameplay. Take care.